You're fucking making it up. Somebody put some fucking stories in your head about good, wrong, evil, bad, whatever. And you're fucking believing it. And we fucking made an entire society like this. Pain taught me something today. And it's inspired this video. The way I began this in my mind was like, I was imagining what it'd be like if I were being interviewed for this point in my life. And the revelation that I kind of had, that's the best way I can explain it, like drew me to tears. And I literally just dried them up. And I'm like, I need to record this. So I was being interviewed. And for context about this specifically, I just watched the interview that Impact Theory did on Garen Jones. I want to make it very clear that for me, if I think something, I like process it as if I did it. And there's already studies that show this, that when you imagine it in your mind doesn't actually make a difference between it, you doing it physically and you doing it in your mind. When I think things, I feel them at a visceral level, more so than most people, mainly due to the fact that most people just numb away from their thoughts and emotions. Putting that aside though, I had an experience externally that caused me to have thoughts internally that caused me a lot of pain. I remember sitting with myself, because I do see myself as like a whole bunch of parts, and so I will essentially become one part because it can take over. So a part of me took over and did something that caused me to experience a lot of pain. And I remember sitting there with myself, holding myself, and I said, I am not willing to make you bad, wrong, or evil. I am not willing to make you bad, wrong, and evil. There is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. I will be here. I will be here. I'm not going anywhere. It doesn't matter what you did. I'm going to be here with you. It's okay. I see that you have a hardened heart. It's okay. I understand that. I'm not going to make you wrong, bad, or evil. I am not willing. I am not willing to do that. I am not willing to do that. I am not willing to do that. And I said that over and over again to the point that I started crying. And right now, it feels so clear. People are so fucking determined to make things black and white, right or wrong. Fucking politics. Fuck. I don't even, like, these people don't fucking get it. Like, I suppose... It's not, I suppose. It feels like it is what it is. You will come up against excruciating amounts of pain. You will face deep darkness, evil, absence of love. You're going to face that. And you can either suffer from it until you die, or you realize it's a lie. I can just recall and think to myself, I remember when I sat with myself saying, I am not willing to make you bad and wrong. I am not willing to make you bad and wrong. And it just built up this type of, it's fortitude within my own heart that I am not willing to make anybody wrong and evil, whoever. Yeah, no, that is my point. I am not willing to make anything wrong or evil. I am not willing to do that. I am not willing to make anything wrong or evil. And people want to fucking fight me. I know it. Because I fucking am big. I've been fighting it my entire fucking life. Everybody wants to make something fucking wrong and evil. And we haven't fucking figured it out yet. We haven't figured it out. That in doing so, we're only fucking killing ourselves. In fact, we do it every day. I'm not willing to. I'm not fucking willing to. Because if you're willing to do that, then you're willing... It's almost like, let's say I was a murderer. I'm not willing to make that person wrong and evil. An abuser, a prosecutor, war criminal, like whatever. I'm not willing to make them wrong or evil. I'm not willing to. Now, sure, can we have that conversation? Yeah, we can have that conversation about what's evil or good or whatever the fuck, but you don't fucking get it. There is no such thing as evil. And people want to try to throw this fucking dichotomy of like, oh, well, there's good and bad. Like, no, there isn't. There isn't. You're fucking making it up. Somebody put some fucking stories in your head about good, wrong, evil, bad, whatever. And you're fucking believing it. And we fucking made an entire society like this. And it's not real. It's not fucking true. There is no judge. We just thought a judge was a good idea. We're making this all up. And I don't mean that in terms of Matrix and all that other fucking shit. I mean that on a literal fucking level where we've made up governments. There is something to be said about truth, but in terms of how we criticize, scold, give consequences, we made that all up. The need to do those things, we made them all up. We made them all up. We made it all up. We made it up. We made it up that people needed to be scolded. We made it up that people need to have consequences. We made it up that it's wrong and bad. We made it up. No, you're not understanding. We made it up. We made it up. We made it up, and it's not real. It's not true. It's a fucking lie. I know that people want to not agree with me on this. And it's not even agreeing. It is what it is. It's not true. It's not real. And I don't mean that on the emotional spectrum. It is absolute bliss. And I'm not saying I want to be an absolute bliss 100% of the time. But what I am saying is that anytime we're fucking making it up that we shouldn't, anytime that we're not in bliss due to suffering, we are making up the story about the suffering. Like, we can experience things and pain can bring us down and we have a journey back up and whatnot. But that doesn't mean we fucking have to suffer. We do not have to suffer. We don't have to suffer. And because of all this shit that we're doing in this world, we are fucking causing extra suffering everywhere we fucking go. And I got it. And I got it within myself. I'm not willing to if I were to murder someone, I wouldn't be willing to make myself wrong or evil or bad. I can't do that. I'm not willing to do that. But you go out there and you talk to all these fucking people, have a political vote, skew a certain way, yada, 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 left and right, this is good, this is bad, you should, you shouldn't. It's like, man, you don't get it. We don't fucking have to do anything we don't want to do. No, I actually mean that. We don't have to do anything we don't want to do. I'm going to say it again because you're still not getting it. We don't have to do anything, and I mean anything, we don't want to do. We don't. You're making it up that we do. We don't. We don't. We don't. We're making up everything. And some things are great, though, that we've made up. Like fucking cups. Hello? What a fucking great invention. Chairs, tables, whiteboards, couches, refrigerators, microphones, speakers. Oh my god, these are like fucking great things. We made it all up, and it's fucking amazing. And there are some things that we made up that aren't so fucking amazing. We made it up that we don't trust each other. We made it up that we need to make each other wrong, make each other evil. We made it up that we needed to control each other. We're making it up that we need to suffer. I mean, I'm going really out there with this one, but we made it up that we can't grow back our limbs. I'm remembering a clip from a movie, Grey Owl, and the quote is, "There are some things that are not for sale." And I found that for me. I'm not willing to buy or sell. I feel a fortitude within me. I'm not willing to buy or sell the idea that anybody or anything is wrong, bad, or evil. I'm not willing to do it. And there are let's get clear. There are some how would you say this? There's some fucked up shit. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's some fucked up shit in this world. But us labeling it wrong, bad, and evil is all just based on the precursor of thought that came about, which thought about government and then laws and then rules and then judgment and then restrictions and then all this stuff. It's just like we are the ones that fucking fucked it up. And then you're trying to say that it's bad and wrong even though you fucking fucked it up. Oh my fucking God. Who the fuck made these rules? We fucking did. Who the fuck can change them? We fucking can. So I kind of start with myself here. I'm like, I'm remembering, wow, this is like all coming to me. I'm remembering a quote. The only rule is, or no, there are no rules. And from that context is which any rule can ever make any sense. I want to say it's from Werner Erhard. I might be wrong. The only rule is that there are no rules, and from that rule, that's the only context in which rules can make any sense. First off, jobs, corporations, money, relationships, friendships, family, sex, like all this shit, we fucking made it up. Yeah. It's just so, like, you remove the social layers we have around each other, and it's literally like, oh fuck, it's just another human being. It's just another me. If it's just another me, how can I make them bad? And parents figure this out with their kids. I mean, sure, there's the exceptions. There's always the exceptions because of the spectrum and bell curve and all this shit. And I'm not fucking talking about that. I mean, parents figured it out. Their kid can do the most atrocious, horrendous, malicious things. And they can come home and say, I love you. And you know, in the afterlife, I'm going to go here because I like going here, because I'm going to make a point. In the afterlife, when you think about it, the release of death is so complete that when you look back on this experience we call Earth or human, it's like you think to yourself, was there anything wrong? Were you wrong? Were they wrong? How was it being wrong? And it's like, there was never anything wrong with any of us. There was never anything wrong with any of us. And I'm going to make a distinction here because I mean, there was never anything wrong, and I use wrong in the absence of right. But in acknowledging that there was never anything wrong, I'm also acknowledging that there was never anything right. There was just you, me, us. And the only thing I can say from certainty from that space, from that energy, from that feeling. So what happened down there? So what happened? Man, I was loved. I was loved by every single person down there. There wasn't a single person who didn't show me love. Everything anybody ever is doing, it's out of love. And we made it up that it's not. We're making it up that it's not out of love. It's not true. Everything is. We made it all up.